Last week I made a video trying to recreate a real life floor plan in Paralives, and it was a humbling experience to say the least. Paralives has so many good build tools, but they're just a little bit finicky still because the game's only in early access. So I was like this close to crashing out at many points of that video because I was having such a hard time trying to make it work how I wanted it to. And of course The Sims 4 is also very finicky and frustrating, just in a different way. Build mode in this game has a whole other set of problems, and I thought maybe it would be kind of interesting for us to try to recreate that same floor plan in The Sims now. I don't mean to make the same video or like the same build twice, I just think it could be kind of an interesting experiment to see how it translates to both games. Okay, so this is the house that I tried to make in Paralives. It's very blue suburban core, which I thought would make it easier to do in that game, but it actually wasn't. It could be 2 or 3 bedrooms depending on whether or not you build into the attic. It's got 2 bathrooms, it's about 1,500 square feet, and this is what the base level floor plan looks like. In Paralives, you can really get very accurate with the size of things and the placement of walls. Like some of these little bits we would never be able to do in The Sims 4 because we're stuck on the grid. So I had a more custom and accurate sized closet and stuff like that. But there's also an optional upstairs on this floor plan, and I found this lofted space so difficult to pull off in Paralives, and I think we could definitely do it in The Sims. I think roofing is probably my main complaint and main difficulty with Paralives right now, and I just don't feel that way about The Sims. The Sims has a whole bunch of other problems, and I think I'll build it in Newcrest just because it's a nice big empty space. Weirdly, I kind of want to start with the porch. That's the other thing. Actually, I have a really hard time with doing foundations in Paralives. Like, trying to do any kind of split leveling thing is very difficult in that game right now. So I think I left it, at least foundations are easy in The Sims 4. That is one of the things that it has going for it. I think I might need to make this a little bit bigger. So there's like a little bedroom here. Oh my god, it's gonna have to be way bigger than I thought. It's like, it's supposed to be almost like half a tile bigger or something, which is really annoying. I think I might do it like this though. No, I can't. I need to make it bigger. I'm gonna make it 4x4. Okay. And then the family room is a little bit bigger than that. Maybe it could be like 4x3 instead. I'm gonna have to skip out on some of the closets. This is gonna be the linen closet that's in the picture. And then this will be the bathroom in the hallway. This is ridiculous. I feel like you can't even tell what I'm trying to do right now. Oh my god. So we need to make this go way further back because that has to be the primary bedroom. That's this part. And then they have like laundry room, storage, and a mudroom. Okay, that's fine. Ugh, I feel like it needs to be a little bit bigger just because I hate this being so tight. Like, I don't want to have the doorway be in a 1x1 space for this primary bedroom because the staircase needs to go here. Although I think it's like flipped this way. All right, awesome. The shape's a little bit weird. You know what I might do? I might steal that back because we can make this bedroom a little bit bigger. I think it would be nicer to have a slightly bigger bedroom. Oh my god, this bathroom situation is a nightmare. No, we can still have the closet though. And then this bedroom's a little bit bigger. I know I don't have an upstairs. Hold on. I'll fix it. The kitchen will be here, dining room, and then a living room there. That's fine. Although, dare I say, maybe it actually does need to be a little bit bigger. Maybe I could ditch the linen closet concept, or we could put the linen closet like here. This is the problem with trying to recreate floor plans in The Sims. Sometimes you have to like readjust a little bit. It just can't be exactly accurate because it's not possible. Okay, but we could have a closet. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna put a closet for the bedroom. They just can't have one. This will be the doorway into the primary bedroom. I think this could be a little smaller. I mean, I can give them a little closet. Maybe we just rearrange everything about this, and we could have over here, the bathroom could have the sinks. We'll do the toilet here, and this can be like a built-in shower using this stuff from Sleep Bathroom. Sorry. I almost forgot the name. So it's not the same as what they have in the floor plan, but it might be the best that we can manage. Okay, so thinking about the upstairs again, we need to do optional loft. So the loft space would be here. This would be, oh my god, it's so small. That would be a bedroom. I mean, we could just have the one bedroom and not also have a bathroom. It kind of depends what we can fit because they have a bathroom here and the whole thing's like way bigger. Let me see what we can fit with the roof because that'll change things depending on what kind of roof we can get in here. I'm gonna try and make it look like what the picture looks like, but maybe I'll get rid of that for now. Yeah, like I think that ours could be a lot bigger, you know? Like maybe the bathroom could be like this and the bedroom could be like that. That would be fine. I guess we can even have this part be bigger. I think that they had this described as like lofted storage or something. So we don't technically have to use that. Oh my god, this is gonna be so big. Okay, this might have been a mistake, actually. What? Is there a picture of the back? Maybe instead we could make it a bit taller. Like 4 tiles wide there. Oh my god. It looks really weird. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna alt place this a little bit more. This would go across here. I mean, that's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. But that could work. And then we can get this part of the roof added in. I might want to do that again in the back, perhaps? No, the back does not look like that. Instead, the back just has this, which is fine. We can do that. Oh. It looks so weird and like large. I don't know. I think I should have made the whole thing smaller. Maybe we shrink this again. Just a little bit more. I think that this part is fine how it is. But like, yeah, actually, I think that looks a lot better. It's unfortunate, but I think it's for the best. Okay, we have to try and do this part of the roof now, which actually maybe should be even wider. I just don't like it being 3 tiles. I wish it could be like 2.5. What if this was bigger? So it like lines up. Oh, maybe that is what it needs. Okay, because it goes straight into the corner. And then we could lower this to be the same height, something like that. This is the kind of thing that I really could not have pulled off in Paralives. What if we did it like this and I made it a little bit smaller in the back? Or like, maybe it's not that it's smaller in the back, it's just that it wraps around a little bit better in the back. That is not how the roof is supposed to look. Like, not at all how the roof is supposed to look. They're supposed to be even with each other as well. Like, it needs to be straight, but it's not, so... It's okay. It's fine. Let me just put some wood flooring inside. I feel like the bathroom situation is so silly. Like, it does not need to be this much. So that's mudroom, laundry room, storage utility type of room, primary bathroom, hall bathroom. Upstairs we have, oh, I gotta put some lights. Well, we might as well let ourselves have the rest of this. I can make this bigger too. Okay, so we have another bathroom. See, 3 bathrooms in a 3-bedroom house? They called it optional loft. What if we made it into another bedroom instead of making it into a loft? Because I just feel like that might be a better use of the space for everyone. Then it's 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Okay, I'm gonna do a cute little door. Oh my god, it needs to be 1 tile wide. Oh no. Okay. I think this one will work. That actually kind of looks like the picture anyway, so it's fine. Doesn't it just seem like it's way too big? Maybe the whole thing needs to be shrunk. Maybe we can't have the little storage room, but we can have a mudroom and the laundry room. Well, that won't work. At least the bedroom can't be like this if I make it smaller on that side. This is what I'm saying. Just absolutely humbling experience trying to do this. I guess this room can be even smaller. I'm so sorry. That'll do. That will be fine. Teeny tiny little bedroom. Well, we can use a bigger door now then. I kind of preferred the one from Growing Together because I thought it looked a little bit nicer like that. Let me get some bigger roof trim too because that'll help with all the corners. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. Shame about this part being so clippy. I think that's the best we can get, but it's not clipping that much inside. Okay, so they have technically just 1 window, but I think that's really sad. So I'm gonna give them 2. I think it would look better if there was a little bit more natural light. There's a window in this bathroom and then like a small skinny window in the shower of the primary bathroom. The windows kind of look like this in the back. In the loft space, they have some windows and then, oh my god. Hey, that's horrible, but it is what it is. Sometimes this is just how these things go. We'll put a tree there. We'll cover it up. Okay, so there's also a doorway from the dining room, like double door situation, but I might want to come back to that once I have a bit more of the house put together because we'll be able to figure out the placement of that door once I have actual furniture in here. Same with like the kitchen windows and stuff. I think it's too skinny. I think the front needs to be bigger. God, how does that look? Oh, actually that looks fine from the front. And then we have more space for the living room and the dining room and stuff. Okay, they actually have like a little pantry right here, but I don't really know if I can bring myself to deal with that. And they have a kitchen island in the middle, but I don't think that we're gonna be able to have a kitchen island in the middle. Once again, wow, this is so embarrassing. Like, I really thought this was gonna be easier than doing it in Paralives. I'm gonna just break this down. I think for the sake of the Sims, we can have the laundry and the mudroom be in the same place. Like, I think that'll be better for us anyway. It's not accurate to the exact real life floor plan, but it just makes more sense. You know, there's no point in having 2 doors and 2 separate rooms there. You know what else is kind of throwing me? I kind of want to get rid of the closet, but that's weird, isn't it? I guess I should leave it. I was just thinking, it's like the kitchen is so big. It doesn't really need to be that long. Maybe we could leave it like this. I'm like looking at the floor plan trying to decide. I think that would be okay. So there would be dining chairs. Oh my god. Oh dear. Okay, let me just put down some more furniture so I can think about the scale of this. Oh no, this might be okay. No, that's fine. I was worried that it was too tight, but I mean, it is tight, but it would be fine. You can also have the door, like if we wanted to, we could skip the double doors here and we could have the dining table be up against that, which might give them a little bit more space to walk around everything. Okay, let me put that back so I can see it, because I think if we're not gonna have a double door, which again, so sorry, I might do it like that so they can have some windows above it. Honestly, that's like, I think it's really fine. The bathroom situation is really stressing me out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like really not loving it, but it's okay. Actually, the whole thing is kind of stressing me out. I'm gonna go back to the exterior for a second longer. I think the columns that it has kind of remind me, oh my god, they kind of remind me of these base game ones. Sorry, I don't know why I gasped like that. I kind of had like a the world is ending sort of feeling about those columns for a second. It does not have a railing, just the columns. And it has like a brick foundation, so we can add that in. And perhaps a little brick staircase. Maybe we could be really nice and put another brick staircase over there so they can get down from that side too. I'm gonna scoot the whole thing closer to the front of the lot. In the picture of the real house, they do not have a fence or like any kind of yard, because when they sell house plans like this, they're selling it to people that are gonna build it themselves. So they don't know what your yard situation is gonna look like. They're not gonna put like yard plans on there, but oh, maybe this would be better if it was like this. We can have one, so we could do it that way. Oh, this isn't a window. This is actually supposed to be like one of these little guys. Okay. Also, the windows have black interior, which I don't really know if I like, but that is what it looks like. And I did not do that in Paralives, and it was easier to do it in Paralives. It's almost like more of a, well, maybe it's more of like a dark gray. Now that I'm looking at it, because look, doesn't that seem dark gray? Oh, that might actually look good with the gray on the walls. Oh, that's a relief. Okay, their door is green. This door does not come in green, so maybe I'll just make it blue. Also, the foundation is quite low. It's like 2 tiles, so we could probably do that too. And then we need some vertical paneling for the walls. It actually kind of looks like this, the stuff in the picture, but I don't know if I like it or not. Oh my. This is all a mess. Let me see if I can fix this, because I don't like how that looks. I feel like it's kind of weird. Well, that's perfectly straight going up this way, so that's good. Okay, I can't decide if I like it. I can't decide if I like it. I also want like a gray roof, but is that the best that I can do? Well, it's a bluish gray. It looks a lot darker in The Sims than it does in the picture. Of course, the pictures are rendering, so. The other option that I'm thinking is actually the eco lifestyle metal walls, because that's similar to the texture of the picture, and it is a little bit lighter. I think I just find the idea of it having metal walls to be a little bit off-putting, but you know, it's about the look. All that matters is how it looks. I think I'm gonna give it some columns on the ends too, because I can kind of see some trim edging or something in the picture, and we can do spandrels. Okay, it looks much more accurate in The Sims than it did in Paralives, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because I feel like you'd expect the opposite, but that's also like, there's a level of user error in that one. So it's not just Paralives' fault, it's me. I think they have like concrete on this part as their patio, but I might give them maybe something a little bit more interesting, kind of like this one. Should they have that as a path up to the front door? I mean, I can give them little pavers in the backyard this way too. We could even have a pool. There's not a pool in the picture, but if we want to have a pool, we can make that happen. Yeah, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Okay, let me get some of these big trees. I was trying to use these in the video that I posted yesterday, and I was having a really hard time getting them to fit. I have an idea, and I think I might regret doing this, but hear me out, okay? I kind of want to put like some kind of custom curvy landscaping, like custom little planters, sorta, and do them around this. I don't really like how this part matched up, so I might fix it. But okay, maybe we could try and do it more like this. Never mind, I'm gonna redo it one more time. Let's see. Something kind of like that, right? Well, maybe even a little bit smaller. And we can put little rocks around the whole outside edge. And the whole thing would get filled in with dirt, obviously, and plants. But it has this like really neat little curve to it, which I think is kind of cute. And we can do something similar. Oh my god, the tree. We can do something similar kind of around here. Yeah, I like that. Here's a ceiling light above the front porch. I'm gonna start getting the bushes in now. I might need to use debug for this. I have one in mind from Enchanted by Nature. Show live edit objects. Okay, because I want to have a mix of some flowers and some bushes. This is a lot of ground to cover, so. Am I not in debug? Oh, I must have spelled live edit wrong. bb.show live edit objects. Okay, there we go. That is more like it. The one that I was thinking of was, no, this. Okay. Yeah, I want to get some of these around in some of the corners and like maybe do a mix of some different scales of them too. How bad is that clipping? Oh, that's fine. Okay, something kind of like that one. Would there be more of it back here? I think I won't do it in the backyard. I think I'm gonna leave it on purpose. These are also Enchanted by Nature, but I don't really know if I want to use it or not. I like that it's kind of just a bush, because we need that kind of thing sometimes when you're building. You just want to have some like greenery that's filler. Yeah, that could work. Okay. Okay, this little bush is actually outdoor retreat, but I think maybe if we had some purple flowers, it could look kind of nice together. So I'm gonna try to do this. I also just like that it's a shrub. I think it being a shrub is helpful. More green, you know? Okay, one more of those. Kind of large. What other kinds of purple do we have? Those are way too dark. I think this one could be okay. It's a different shade of purple, but I don't think that's really a problem. I feel like we're kind of trying to mix and match a little bit, so. Okay, what else? Oh no. Oh, maybe these could work. These are like the hydrangeas. Actually, yeah, that really helps because they're big and it's a nice extra color of purple. What if we had some little ones kind of tucked away in some more of those spaces? I think that might be good for now. And then we could put down the rocks and then come back and add any extra filler that we need. I haven't decided if I want to use real rocks or if I want to use like the little item from debug. This is a lot more steps to place the real rock because I have to size them down and move them. Should I be rotating them alternate directions too? The thing is, if I were to use the debug item, I wouldn't be rotating it because that thing is just like a little bitty tiny rectangle. Oh, I've probably scrolled past it multiple times. I have never seen this before. Ice chest. Base game debug, by the way, has probably been there for years and years. See, now I'm in debug with the rocks. I must have gone past it. I liked that one, but I think it's too big. Like even sized down to the max, I think is too much. Well, and it doesn't fit super close to the foundation. Oh wait, maybe it's not too big. I've never used this one before. I think I need to be more conscious of making sure that I'm lining up the pieces correctly because I want it to look like it's all connected. But that could be a nice border. Okay, I'll come back to the front bit because that part is scaring me a little bit. The only problem is it's not really as like smooth as I sort of want it to be. Like I kind of want this to curve in and then back out again, but I'm not sure if it's gonna look like too much. Oh, this back corner looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I might have to just put some more bushes over here once I'm finished with the rocks. I think this looks good. Let me see if I can try and rearrange just this little bit slightly better. Okay, that's one small segment done. Now we have the whole rest of the side to finish. Oh my god, some of these are really close to the foundation, so I'm having to like really mess with them. It's really annoying. Do we even like it? Okay, I think I'm finally done placing the rocks. You don't even want to know how long I just spent doing that. It's like actually embarrassing. I'm just gonna try to erase some of the dirt that's clipping, and then I'm gonna want to try and get a couple more bits of plants to fill in some of the rest of it. I'm wondering about these to go in small spaces. I think the iris is really pretty, and it might just tuck in well enough back there. Well, you can barely see them, but I think that's kind of what this needs. That's just like the last little bit that it was missing. Maybe I could get another tree over here. I still have some weird gaps to fill in, but I think I'm gonna go and get some larger bushes just to put along the side over there. And maybe there could be like, I don't know, could that be another exit for them? I'm not really sure how I want to fill this in. I wonder if I could do it with regular rocks. That is kind of random for it to switch to a different kind of rock just in this part, but I mean, maybe if we hide it with a trash can or something, no one will know. Hey, it's fine. It's a secret. I think I will put another one of these lights over here. And then I want to put in all of the stuff that the house would come with if you were gonna buy it right now. So like it would have a washer and dryer. It'd probably have, you know, sinks, showers, stuff like that. Maybe I'll put it stacked because that will help with the mudroom concept. You know what? Yeah, I think that is lovely. Of course, the sinks, they don't want to fit. Of course, the sink doesn't want to be in the middle. We can still fit it like that though. That should be fine. I'll put this sink here. I can do a stove right there and maybe the fridge right here. I wonder if I could put shelves in this little closet, almost as though it was a pantry or something. I have like the biggest deja vu right now doing this because I just did it in the other game. Oh my god, I deleted the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure I did that too. We've got the shower, the toilet, all of those kind of things. I think I might give myself some nice wallpaper in some of those rooms. Probably want to have some cabinets above this too. Okay, well, the kitchen is like kind of weird because it's offset, but I guess that's on purpose. So maybe it's fine. I want to make sure we have a shower tub combo in at least one of the bathrooms because that's always really useful to have. And then we could tuck the toilet away right there. Okay, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, beautiful fancy house with a pool. Oh wait, hold on. I actually might put a thermostat and like a burglar alarm. I don't know why I did that. I was trying to remember what it was called. That could be good. Maybe a fire alarm too, since we're in here. I'll just hide it behind this. Okay, consider that the floor plan recreated. I must say, this was actually harder than Paralives. But again, it's just harder for different reasons. Like, I think in Paralives, it was much easier to make an accurate floor plan. Like, to make the exact dimensions super doable in Paralives. In The Sims, you kind of have to, like, let yourself have some wiggle room because you cannot make it exact. You're stuck on the grid, so you kind of have to, like, make some adjustments. Like, this is not correct based on the floor plan, but it's close enough and it's functional. So you kind of have to like balance your priorities. I think in The Sims, it was significantly easier to do the roof. Like you can't even really compare it. Paralives has some interesting roofing tools, but they're just not quite there yet. And there's a lot of stretching that you have to do and it stretches the pattern as well. And they know that and they're working on it. It's just an early access thing. The game's not done. So of course it's not gonna be done with that kind of stuff yet. Also, you can't really place stuff on the roof in Paralives, so I couldn't have this or like a window there. I think the foundation was much easier in The Sims. And I think maybe I built this a little bit quicker. But is that because it's a different game or is it because I did it once already? I don't know. It does help that now I've practiced with this exact floor plan already, you know? So I'm kind of curious to hear what your thoughts are. Thoughts? Kind of curious to hear what your thoughts are on this. I think it looks more accurate in The Sims, which is maybe the main thing. I think the exterior is more accurate here and the floor plan is more accurate in Paralives. But let me know what you think and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye everybody.